Okay, so good evening, everyone, and a very warm welcome to today's webinar on charting new water, maritime law, trade, and territorial disputes. I'm your host, Deva, an executive member at Legal Vidya, and I'm truly delighted to be hosting this session, which promises to be both informative and thought-provoking, especially for law students, researchers, and professionals keen on exploring the evolving field of maritime law. As an international trade expands and maritime boundaries become more contested, understanding the legal framework that governs our ocean is more important than ever. This section will cover key areas such as international maritime trade laws, jur- jurisdictional issues, UNCLOS, and real-world disputes that shape global legal and geopolitical landscape. We are especially honored to have with us Advocate Leena Joshi, an accomplished legal professional with deep expertise in maritime law, arbitration, and corporate litigation. Her practical experiences from ship arrest to cargo claims and arbitration, combined with her commitment to legal education, makes her the perfect speaker for today's discussion. Thank you all for taking time to join us, and I am confident this session will expand your perspective and inspire further exploration into the fascinating areas of law. Let's begin the session. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Viraj. Am I audible, guys?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Okay. So today, what I'm going to deal with here some of your guys. I want to first of all, I just want to mention you guys that I want to make this session as very interactive session. So many of people used to contact me regarding the doubts regarding this maritime field, how this gonna work, and what are the opportunities after pursuing LLM and everything. So if you guys have any particular doubts regarding the career after law, and also is shaking, okay, wait, just a minute. Am I audible now? Clear? Okay, fine. So this session, I'm not planning to switch my video because it will make more trouble. Okay. So this session, yeah, thank you. So this session, I'm planning to give you guys the practical legal insights regarding this maritime law and try to cover all the basics of maritime law. And I will try to address your some of your queries regarding this career after law and everything. So this is my plan regarding today's session. So before begin, if anyone have any special requests regarding, um, ma'am, we need you to cover this area specifically. I will try to include those topics in today's session. So does anyone have any particular query regarding anything? So yes. I'm just sharing my screen now. So yes, our topic is maritime law, trade, and territorial disputes. So now, according to the current legal trend, after graduation, many people are actually focusing on the niche areas or emerging a legal trend. Everyone is trying to explore these things. Okay, so now I can definitely say you guys with utmost confident that maritime law is going to be the future in coming 10 to 20 years. Maritime law will be the top priority because the high need of this commerce through sea and everything makes maritime law a very special area. Okay, and according to me, it this is a field that you can actually practice as a international lawyer as well as a domestic lawyer. At the same time, you will be dealing with the two laws, international law as well as domestic law. So this law is the blend of both. So you will get the maximum exposure from one single law. Okay, it is not like you are practicing civil or criminal, something like that. This this law will give you more privilege and more exposure, definitely more network. Okay, so this law is having that kind of seriousness, and also you have to research a lot. Okay, many people who have completed law or who are doing this law, uh, who are the law students, many people have this opportunity to study this subject from your law college itself. Some people have not have will some curriculum did not cover this topic, but many of the universities cover the law of carriage by sea, something like that. I think many of you know this subjects before. Okay, so this is not a complicated stream of law. Okay, if you put your 100% effort to this, and if you understand international law, or if you are a good observer about this international news and everything, then you can easily get in touch with this field. Okay, this is, and many people used to ask me what is the difference when you practicing maritime law other than the civil and criminal, the normal laws. So I must say the exposure this uh, that I'm getting from the other law and this law is very different. So that is the main difference. Okay, but the according to the court and everything, everything is same. Okay, if the case is within our within our territorial limit, we will be filing the case in normal DC to High Court. Okay, so the case scenario, the filing of cases and everything is same. Okay, if you have any damage claim or something like that, you are expected to file the commercial suit in DC. Okay, from there the story begin. Or if it is your ship arrest or kind of thing, you are supposed to approach the High Court for this thing. So that is the difference. And other than that, a lot of arbitration matters are involved in this case in maritime. So you will be dealing with that thing in international ways. Okay. So the exposure is the main about the main attraction of this maritime. And mostly, that is the thing. So yes. So introduction to maritime law. So maritime law is the biggest backbone of, as you all know, this ocean trade. Okay, because like the 80% of global trade is basically depending upon this ship navigation. All the commerce recently are happening in through ocean only. So the need of maritime lawyers in India is getting huge. The demand is huge, but sadly, what to say, there are very limited exposure for us. to to practice maritime law, because the number of firms that are offering maritime law is very less, less than 20, I must say. So the number of graduates are getting high. Yes. So the number of graduates who are enrolling into maritime law is very high. So the proportionality of this thing is quite difficult. So exposure wise, I must say people will might find some difficulty. Yeah, 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 yeah. Sure. I will share this PPT. Okay. So the exposure wise, you will struggle with the lack of opportunity into this thing. So that is there. Okay. The rest of the thing is like, it is this area is specifically up to 100% your effort only. Okay, if you are very passionate uh, about that to get into this field, you have to do this internships, and you have to do the research papers accordingly. Otherwise, you won't be getting to placed on any of the maritime law firms, because the competition in maritime law is very high. So you have to focus on your CV and everything. Otherwise, I don't think. Even many people used to ask me whether it is um, uh, suitable for me to go to maritime law now. Like after completing the BBLLB of any law degree, many people are rushing into maritime law without even knowing the background and anything. Okay. After finishing this thing only, this LLM only, they will be like, okay, um I'm not getting the opportunities, I'm not getting job, kind of sad things. So that is there. Okay. So I suggest everyone, before doing your LLM or something, if you are planning to do, maritime LLM in maritime law, you first go through some internships, or try to explore yourself about this maritime. Okay. Internships are the high end one, but the thing is, the very limited exposure is there. So you have to apply for a number of whatever firms are offering internships. You have to apply, and you have to be very you know patient about this thing. And first you explore, then you prepare and go and do this LLM. Okay. The current trend is like, many people immediately after graduation go to LLM, and after some time they are getting difficulty in getting into place, and they try to switch to other firms, other field, because they are telling like they are not getting any opportunity here. So that is the thing. So you have to focus on what suits you first, then you do the LLM. Okay. So that is the thing. So uh, according to this so coming back to our introductory part, so I mentioned the 80% of the global trade is currently depending on this commerce through sea. So the need, okay, in upcoming years especially, the need will be very high. And you have to be very you have to be more practical, in the sense you have to keep this maritime as your one option for your practice. Okay. Because in your future it will definitely gonna help you. So that is the thing. So yes, so I'm directly jumping into this thing. Firstly, I will try to cover this. I will give you the brief regarding this thing, and after that I will try to address your queries regarding maritime law. So the main sources of maritime law is international conventions, and national legislations are there, and also customary international law and judicial precedents, and some uh, doc- doctrinal writings, and everything is there. So coming to this international conventions, if you are planning to become a maritime lawyer, you have to well versed with this international conventions, because I already mentioned this is the field that you will get the exposure of international law as well as your domestic laws. Okay. So whatever you are drafting in maritime law, we are we will, go through the research of this international conventions and everything. After that only we will finalize one draft. So this international convention is a very important. UNCLOS 1982 convention is very important regarding the maritime zones, navigation rights, and dispute mechanisms. Okay. And also SOLAS, MARPOL, STCW. These are the some of the important conventions of maritime law. So you have to, you know, do research and do paperwork. You know, you have to exhibit yourself, exhibit your talent on these things. Then you will well versed with these conventions and everything. So studying these conventions and updating the latest trend of these things are very important in maritime law. And when it comes to national legislation, okay, each country is having their own set of laws. So when it comes to India, we have Merchant Shipping Act 1958 and Marine Insurance Act 1963, and mainly the Admiralty Act. Okay, Merchant Shipping Act, it will be dealing with the um ship owners right and everything, like the practical side of this shipping and everything will be covered in the Merchant Shipping Act. And marine insurance is like the marine claim and insurance claim will become covered under this Marine Insurance Act. And the Admiralty jurisdiction is the main that we will, if we file any cases regarding this maritime law, we will be addressing both of these acts mainly. Okay, so these are the national legislation. So every country is having their own national legislation, and we will research the international conventions also. Okay, so that is the thing. And also the judicial precedents. So if we like in this field only, like we will be dealing with the international judicial precedents more. We quote more on this things. Okay, so we are not limited to this our national jurisdiction. We will be, researching and everything on the international perspectives also. So international precedents are very important. Okay, if you are planning to do this maritime law. Okay, so that is the thing. And sadly, I must say that in maritime, I know this is not my point of view. The resources available for the maritime laws are very limited because the number of scholars and the books resources are very limited. Okay, so you will definitely get exhausted after some point of time, because you will be like you will get a point like, okay, I'm not getting sufficient material for this maritime research and everything. Okay, so sadly the resources are very limited, so you have to strictly focus on the research more. Like you have to research on yourself, read the conventions and read the precedents. The precedents are the biggest source of this maritime law. Okay, so through precedents only we are governing most of the cases. So resources are very less. So the scope, one of the important scope after doing this LLM in maritime law is this definitely this maritime research. Okay, if you are a good scholar or your work is very good, then you can definitely focusing on this research part. Okay, it will actually give you very good result if you actually focus on maritime research. If you are planning to write books, publish article, it will give you more hype than any other field. So research wise, the hope for the future of this maritime is very huge. Okay, so not only this field is limited to practice, also this level also this field is highly emerging. Okay, so that is that. So these are the things. So maritime trade. So maritime trade, the demand of raising the need of maritime trade is the key element of the demand of maritime law. Okay, so recently you will be familiar with the recent ship sink that happened in Kerala, MSC Elsa and Van High vessels. So these are, I'm pretty sure many people start exploring this field of maritime law after hearing about this news only. because that time only people started, thinking about this thing, like how it will be if one ship sink or if one ship collide, then what will be the legal side? Okay, how we gonna sue the vessel owner or the crew member or seafarers, right? Many people start thinking this thing after some incident happened only. Okay, because I'm getting a lot of queries regarding that in my LinkedIn. Ma'am, can you please explain how will we, what will be the practical aspect of this MSCL's kind of thing? So there is recently one sister ship arrested, MSC Mansa. Okay, so after that only many people start thinking about this field. Okay, so these are the trend that is currently happening now. So yeah, you have to focus that thing also. Whatever happening, you have to be, if you are thinking that okay, maritime is my cup of tea, then you have to be, very alert and start writing about maritime law. You can publish yourself like in your LinkedIn or everything, everywhere you can publish your own article and make presence so that it will help you as a maritime lawyer in future. So being updated with this current trend is very important. Okay, so that is there. And the major maritime trade routes. Okay, so the Strait of Malacca, Panama Canal, and Suez Canal, and North Atlantic routes. These are the major trade routes in which the global economy regarding the maritime trade is happening. Okay, so if you are a maritime lawyer, you will be getting some good cases uh, based on these things because there are n number of disputes are coming based on these things. So these are the main routes as a major economic hubs. Okay, so that is the thing. So when we talk about this maritime trade, you have to focus on, if you are going to focus on maritime trade solely on that area, you have to focus on this maritime routes and everything. And you have to focus on the cases about this Suez Canal, Panama Canal, and you have to analyze those part also. Okay. And the law of carriage by sea. So these are the main thing when it comes to maritime law. As a lawyer, initially you will be, you know, understanding these phrases initially, like the bill of lading, charter party agreement, international conventions. These all the thing you will be addressed quickly. Okay. I know many people aware of this thing, bill of lading. Okay. So bill of lading is the major evidentiary value kind of document in maritime law. So the once any claim arises, we will file the case based on this bill of lading, charter parties, agreement, and everything. Okay. So now the everything is modernized. So bill of lading also get modernized. Like electronic bill of lading is about to implement in India. It is, yeah, one act is there, but it is not 100%, you know, working now. Like little by little, the amendments are coming. So bill of lading is very important area in maritime law because you have to know the basics of this thing. Okay, these are the main basics. Okay, below. So you, it's like, no one is going to teach you what is this kind of thing. You have to, develop your own style to learn this. What is bill of lading? What is charter party agreement? And how it is gonna affect the case. Okay, how it is crucial for in any other cases or something. So that is there. Okay, and territorial waters, disputes, and legal foundation. Okay, so our territorial limit. Okay, if any coastal state, the territorial limit is, I know many of you know that it is 12 nautical mile, and after that, contiguous zone is exclusive economic zone, and continental shelf and everything. So these are the limits. The limits are there uh, to navigate the disputes. Okay, I will show you one screen. This is basically the chart regarding this thing. Okay, so from the coastal baseline up to 12 nautical mile, there is territorial sea, and up to 24 nautical miles, it is contiguous. From 12 to 24 miles, it is contiguous zone, and from 12 to 200 mile, it is exclusive economic zone, and after that, it is high sea. High sea is the area where no country is having the territorial jurisdiction. Okay, so if any ships are collide or ships sink in high sea or something, then the place of jurisdiction will depending upon the arbitration part only. Otherwise, if any ship sink or something has happened in economic exclusive economic zone or territorial sea, then the coastal the coastal state will have the autonomy to choose. Okay, so this is the thing. So yes, the opportunities in maritime law. So the core practice areas mainly the admiralty litigation. Okay, ship arrest, salvage claim, collision disputes, and maritime liens. So these are the things you will be dealing as a maritime lawyer in India. You will be dealing these areas, and marine arbitration. Marine arbitration is is highly demanded area right now because many cases, not actually all cases are going to litigation. Okay, many cases are initially settled through maritime arbitration only. So if you are passionate about that arbitration, then maritime law is your cup of tea. Like this will boost your career in as an arbitrator in maritime law. Very very the current trend is very high. The demand for arbitrators in maritime law is very high, and marine insurance is also very important area that you will get good number of cases in marine insurance matters. It's like hull insurance, cargo claims. Okay, so most of these cases you will get through PNI clubs and everything. So you make sure you yourself empaneled into any PNI club, then you get good cases in future. And also the shipping and logistic law, it includes a lot of drafting and the interpretation of bill of lading and everything. Okay, the logistic law and shipping is very demanded one. Okay, if you are a maritime lawyer, then you will easily get into this logistic company or shipping company. The demand there is very high, and also the salary wise, they will pay you well. Okay, and the international opportunities. Okay, international opportunities are the main attraction of this maritime law. Okay, through contacts and through this PNI clubs and everything. If you will get good cases, in-house roles, and everything. Okay, so international opportunities are very good. Yes, so that is the thing. And if you are you if you are planning to do this LLM and everything, you can the Singapore Arbitration Center, the national some national universities there in Singapore, with NUJS or something. That is very important. Like your career will be more smooth and then. So focus on those universities in Singapore are very good. And as I mentioned, the academic research is is highly demanding now. Okay, as a maritime lawyer, as a legal professional, the academic research and need for the good resource in maritime law is it's demanding more. Okay, so as research person wise, you can definitely choose this field because it will give you more result. And also this is a niche area, it's emerging niche area. Okay, this involve a lot of new changes and new modifications. Okay, So the latest trend of environmental claim, and the MVL, after this MVL's sing incident, that a lot of chemicals, the major elements that they carry through the cargo was chemical. So it caused a lot of environmental claims. So in yeah, High Court of Kerala, only n number of cases are filed based on this environmental damage and everything. So these are, if you are focusing on environmental law also, the maritime law will help you to get into this environmental matters also. And cyber security and everything is also emerging in this maritime sector, um, because the piracy and everything involved in this thing. So these are the emerging areas in maritime law. Okay. So opportunity wise, the demand is rising, and you can, I assure that you can see the future. Okay. There won't be any regret if you choose maritime law as one of your specialization, because the demand is that much. So yes, these are okay. I just tried to give you, some basic insight only. This is not the a real session. Okay. I'm just giving you some basics, and now, okay, half an hour left. I will try to address your queries. So if you have any doubt regarding this, how to start in maritime law or something, I will help you guys. You can ask. You can unmute yourself and ask question if you want. Okay, start researching in the, many of the people are asking in this comment session how to start research. Okay, in maritime law, like start research in the sense you have to start writing articles. Okay. And many people are now focusing on this research part. Okay. We are writing articles and publishing it in some reputed blogs and everywhere. No. So like same way, you have to choose maritime as your subject, and start writing. Okay. So yeah, so starting research is like, many people used to thinking, okay, I will start writing now, I will start doing it by today, tomorrow, and everything. They are keeping making plans, and they are not even implementing it. So I suggest you guys, you just take one, pick into any one topic. For example, any ship sink incident or something, and you just yourself randomly start writing about it. Okay. And then you just publish that article in your LinkedIn. Okay. So many people will come and read and share your article, so your confidence level will get boost, and you will little by little start doing this research and everything. So that is there. And good, even legal Vidya and everywhere, good platforms are there to they are willing to take your research materials. Okay. So you just send your article there, and they will publish your thing. Okay. So starting research is not a big deal. Okay. The only thing is you have to focus. You have to be, you know you have to, yeah. The thing is, you are the one hindering your growth. Okay. So if you are very confident about yourself, and if you are very passionate about the thing, then you just start putting effort and do it. Okay. And US admission is like, you have to apply for the scholarships and everything. You have to keep check their admission procedure, their websites and everything. So I'm not sure about the admission, procedure there in NUS. NUS is very reputed university in Singapore. So yes, you will get more connection from there. That is the main attraction.
Hello, ma'am. Good
Yes.
evening, ma'am. I'm
Mm,
Shreyas Sustogin. I want to ask one thing, ma'am. As I want to start a maritime journey, so
mm,
I am searching for the internship, ma'am, but I am not getting the proper internship for the freshers. So,
mm.
what I need to do in this case, ma'am?
See, I already mentioned the number of law firms in India which is practicing maritime is very less. I must say less than 20 or 10, like top law firms. Okay. So getting into internships is really struggling. I know. Okay. That I accept. But the thing is, you have to develop yourself. Okay. Many people, I'm working at UMLC. So in my office also, we are getting n number of internship applications. But sadly, I must say, like we are only able to take five or six, people. That the thing is, the exposure wise, the exposure, like we are helping everyone, but the thing is, the number of firms is very less and the number of graduates is very high. That is the scenario. Okay. So you have to keep applying and, try to showcase your CV first. Focus on yourself. Okay. If your CV is good enough to showcase that you are highly interested in maritime law, then I'm not thinking like it will be a problem for you. Okay. So first, this is not the scenario of maritime law. In any field, you have to focus on your CV. Okay. How to focus on your CV? Okay. That is that's a very interesting question. Focus on your CV is like you have to do internships. You have to do research paper. You have to do moot. Okay. These are the major things will highlight your interest. Okay. If I'm telling like, okay, I'm interested in maritime law, then the interviewer is expecting something regarding maritime law in my CV. Okay. It will be like I have done two moot in maritime law. I have done two, three internships in maritime. So it is very easy for me to, believe other person that I'm interested in this field. Okay. So you have to focus on that thing only.
Hi, good evening, ma'am.
Yeah, good evening.
Ma'am, I want to know that I'm a first year law student, like I'm incoming freshman at the law college. So I'm a little bit interested in this maritime law. So I want to know that my college provides in the fifth or the fourth semester
Okay.
subject on maritime law.
Okay.
So I want to know that if in my 5 year BLLB, if I
Mm.
take that be a maritime law as a subject in a semester, then
Mm.
like I will have that just one semester. And when I pass out the BA then what future prospects will I have and how I can earn and what are the like salaries provided in those forms of maritime law?
Like, this is the problem. Many people is thinking like whatever you're studying in law college will serve you the better. Many people think like that. It is not true. It's a bad, you know, thought. Okay. Because some universities are very good in their curriculum that they are providing time for the interns to do internships. Okay. Some in my university, we have 28 days compulsory internships in every year. Every end of year, 1 year, that we have to do 28 days of compulsory internships. So that time you can utilize for doing your internships and everything. Okay, so Ankit, you're in your first year, no? So you just focus on doing mood and the things I said earlier, no? The research paper and everything. Then after that, after in your final year, you will be studying this maritime law as one paper. So you will be get more, you will get more insights that time. Then gradually you will get the rhythm of this maritime law, and you just focus on applying this maritime law forms and everywhere. Okay.
And so, do we need a specialization in it, or just having a paper and doing most and internship after BLLB, we can get a good job in a firm or not? Like,
Yes. Yes. Is specialization is what? Your CV will tell you where you are specialized in or what subjects you are specialized in. Suppose Ankit have done 5 internships or in IPR, one internship in maritime law, and uh, 5 more in IPR and 2 internship in maritime law. Suppose, and randomly some research papers and everything. And your research paper must be in constitutional law or something. And you put everything, all this thing in your CV. If you applied in any IPR firm, there is high chance like you get into placed in that place, particular place, because you have done more number of moot and research paper and internship there in IPR. And if you apply any maritime firms, then the interviewer will get to see 2 3 couple of things, like your priority is more in IPR, then your second priority is maritime law, then some constitutional matters, some random other laws. So you're specialized in 2 areas. One is IPR, the other one is maritime law. That's how it is work.
okay, ma'am, and what are the earning prospects like? How much new entrant get there?
Like how much a law graduate will get
Yes, ma'am, a BLLB graduation get.
in maritime.
Of course, ma'am.
In maritime, I must say, initially, okay, I will tell the truth. Okay, 30K, okay, it's average. From 20, starting from 20 to up to that level, you will get from any litigation firms. From starting 20 only. Okay. So maritime field is the some, like in some places, some maritime litigation firms giving their associate 15K only. That is there. Okay. So I will not say like, you don't need to expect more. Like you have to be, mentally prepared in the sense I'm a fresher. I will get only little salary initially. And after, you know, gaining of experience and everything, after you showcase your talent, then you can expect salary. And you can start demanding your senior that I'm deserve much higher pay because I have done this and this and this. Because you already proved yourself. Otherwise, if you are a fresher, you can't expect more. Okay. Expectations actually kill you. Okay. So it is sad part, like, it is very sad if I say don't expect more, but it is a sad reality. Okay. If you expect on more on your, earnings and your salary, then your growth will be less. There is high chance like you will get disappointed and you will quit the profession and go and do some other thing. So don't expect much in your initial years. That will be good for a litigation lawyer. And if you are ready to, end up in some corporate kind of thing, there you will get a starting of 60K, like annually 9 to 10 lakhs per annum. Okay. Some reputed law firms like Bose and Mitra is offering 9 lakh per annum. Bose and Mitra is a very good, uh, like corporate kind of maritime law firm. Bose and Mitra pays you well. But the level of competition getting into that Bose and Mitra is very high.
Very good evening, ma'am. Am I
Yes.
audible?
Yes.
Ma'am, so you talked about building a good CV on maritime law, but ma'am,
Hmm.
most of us, the most we can do is land up internships. Like most of us have done internships in civil or criminal or even corporate law firms. But ma'am, the
Hmm.
first the first thing you need to get placed in this really big companies, as you said that there are only few like giants that are dealing with maritime law at present. But ma'am, for even for us to land on that first internship, we need internships to begin with. I'm like, I don't know if I'm making sense right now, but even to land onto that first internship, we need that stream of internship to get to there. All right, so
Yes.
that's what I could understand from what you were saying. So, ma'am, how to even get to that first beginning to get to that tip, if that makes sense, ma'am.
See, I'm I already mentioned, no, the reality is the exposure you will be getting in terms of internship and job in maritime law will be very less. Very, very less. Okay. If some people jump into doing LLM after graduation, and after that, they are like, okay, I'm not getting any opportunity. Because what is there in their CV? What experience is there to showcase? Even in my firm also, we are looking for some, experienced persons. Okay. So you have to focus on experience first, then this thing. Okay. So currently, you people are the young students who are doing their LLB. The first and foremost thing you have to do is focus on your CV. Okay. Start writing research paper. Start doing moot in maritime. Then there is something there in your CV to make believe other person like you are interested in maritime. Then easily you will get internship. If your CV is good, if your CV will speak about your interest, then you don't need to tension about anything. Like there is no need to worry. Focus on your CV first. That I must say.
All right, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes.
Hello, ma'am. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes. You're audible.
Ma'am, recently I have gone through a small internship in that there is a different question that uh, for suppose a country we take and B, there are two countries A and B.
Hmm.
One of countries uh, ship has broken in another country's sea, maritime area.
Wait.
So
Okay.
so their oil leak and everything happened. So what would
Hmm.
be the consequences that other country face, and how this B country will be compensating for that? How they take compensation?
It is a ship collision or something, right?
Yes, ma'am. Oil
Okay. So
leak.
oily. Okay. So in this scenario, like where in which country's territorial limit the incident is happened, that territory. Okay. If this incident happened in India's territorial limit, Indian courts will have the jurisdiction to try the matter. Okay. And we are going to sue ship, the other ship whose flag is there. Okay, if some U.S. flagshippers collide with Britain ship in Indian territorial water limit, then the case will be tried in India against this U.S. ship.
Okay, thank you.
Even the ship arrest matters. Okay, if A and B is there. Okay. A is not getting the claim of B ship. Okay. B ship is Egyptian honored ship. Okay. So B ship is routing and doing the sail across the country. So if A is expecting that the B ship will be coming through the Indian territorial limit, then these people will contact the maritime lawyers of India that the ship is coming to Cochin port in coming 1 week. Can we arrest the ship? Okay. So that case also there. That's how the ship arrest work. So it will be the Egyptian vessel ship. So it is coming for bunkering or something. So we will sue file the writ petition for arrest this ship, and we will arrest the ship.
Okay. If any other if some country's ship is going from another country's sea border, and
Mm.
that country captured the ship illegally. I mean, in North Korea, someone blames that
Yeah,
North
yeah.
Korea smuggles goods from other countries. So how these countries handle that issue, and how they escalate this issue?
I didn't get the question.
For suppose America ship has been captured by North Korean government, and they took all the goods from the ship, illegally, not legally,
Mm.
like smuggling. So
Okay.
how, uh, I mean, international maritime law will help to uh, compensate or
Okay, first
to
of all, we
escalate
have
this issue.
to think within whose territorial limit this incident has happened. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Accordingly, we will file the means we will send the legal notice and everything, and we will decide if the thing is happened in high sea, then it will go for arbitration and something, and the people will decide, okay, which countries, territory the case is going to proceed. Okay, it depends on the party. If A and B is ready to, sue the file in A country, then it will be fine. If they decide to proceed in B country, it is fine. It's up to the parties sometimes. Yes, some Sohail has raised hand. Yes.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, is for maritime LLM is needed, or without that also we can go into this sector?
Yeah, sure. Like, it is not mandatory that you have to pursue LLM to become a maritime lawyer.
So
No need.
LLB graduate
LLB
can
is sufficient. Yeah, yeah, LLB is sufficient.
okay, and ma'am,
Provided that you should
uh,
show some interest in this field. That's only. Yes.
so ma'am, how do we show an interest?
I told you, no, like CV
Writing
only.
in CV.
Matter, yeah, CV only. Like I don't like many people is, now the current trend is like everyone is start, focusing on their CV and preparing good, CV and everything. Okay. So you
Hmm.
have to focus first, try and focus on your CV. Your CV is like focus on yourself.
Hmm.
Explore what suits you. That only.
Ma'am, I understand, but what do we write in CV about maritime?
About maritime, like if you done some internships or something, you can put that thing in your CV. I have assisted in ship arrest. I have do this demurrage claims and everything. So that's the thing. Simple.
Okay, ma'am, as you only said that there are only mostly 20 organizations only offering, so
Mm,
even getting internship would be too difficult.
yeah.
So then what to mention in CV about
I
maritime?
already addressed these questions. Like you have to focus on yourself. That only. You have to focus on your interest. Okay.
Okay, okay. And ma'am, about the jurisdiction, I, s- I think you said initially, but I missed that part because your voice was breaking.
Okay.
So which courts of India will have jurisdiction if it is tribal in India?
Like the
Or there is a
uh,
separate court for this?
no. Like within whose territorial limit the incident has happened, that uh, coastal areas state will have this jurisdiction.
No, ma'am. My question was
Mm.
to which court of India you go if it is tribal in India?
If it is tribal in India, you can go if it is within the limit of Kerala territory, you can go for Kerala High Court.
Huh?
And if the case is like cargo claims or something, you can sue the file in district court as a commercial suit. Okay, commercial court will be dealing with this matter.
Ma'am, commercial court means?
Commercial court, district court, mein, there is one specialized area in every like those every court, every DC mein, there is one commercial court. Commercial matters are tried in commercial court. So you will be filing this maritime case as CS, like commercial suit. Okay.
If it is Maharashtra, then Mumbai High Court or any court lower to High Court.
Any lower court, Belapur court में चलेगा. Okay.
Uh,
High court में चलेगा.
so we can go to a lower court uh, as well.
Lower court also for damage claim and something, maritime lien and anything.
Okay, and ma'am, as far as you were saying about the maritime interest, so
Hmm.
ma'am, can we work something like something in insurance sector in marine, and then we
Yeah,
can.
the marine insurance is very highly demanding thing now. Like
Mm-hmm.
if seafarers right are concerned, if one seaman, uh, you know, died during the service or something, then Marine Insurance Act will take into place, and we will demand for the insurance claim and everything. And also the ship is collided, ship collision and everything. This thing will be there, like
So ma'am,
insurance will take into place.
insurance company can hire us if we show the respective CV and interest.
Hmm. No way, no one is going to hire you.
Okay.
Okay. Any other doubts?
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, my question is why our Indian legislature is way too behind to upgrade the maritime law? Like we have a Shipping Act in 1958, the Indian Ports Act 1908, and
Hmm.
the other relevant laws like the Coasting Vessels Act 1838, Dock Workers Regulation of Employment Act 1948. Because the upgradation of the need in the today's law is way demanding. So, ma'am, why our Indian legislature is way behind?
Uh, the thing is, now, and I think bill of lading act is amended. Many ads are, I don't know, shipping ads also. You know, latest amendment has come up in maritime sector recently. So now I don't think like we are way behind. We are actually coming into the trend line now. Amendment is happening.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Mm.
Ma'am,
Mm.
I have one more query.
Yes.
Ma'am, as you said, in India, we have limited corporate firms or lawyer firms dealing into maritime. So,
Mm.
ma'am, is there any other country across world which is more into this, or a big country like India, or any other country which is having more firms in maritimes?
It is
For,
not like every country is having cost, no. Like there is demand of maritime lawyers. Okay.
huh,
Countries the cost in every coastal areas, the need of maritime lawyer is very high.
huh,
Okay, so I cannot say that specifically this particular country is having more number of cases or something. It is not like that.
okay,
Yeah. I know, like, you will be having more doubt regarding this thing and how it gonna work and everything. You will be surprised after, hearing this thing, this CV and everything. Because I'm telling the hard reality. Okay, I'm not here to, giving you some insights about this thing. I'm giving you the reality. So you have to focus on that. You have to focus on yourself. You have to focus on your thing, like your interest. And this is the very basic thing. Like I'm pretty sure I'm not covered everything. Okay, I'm just giving you the insight. What is maritime law? That only. Okay, if you want some workshop kind of thing, then if you request the legal vidya for any workshop kind of thing, then I will going to teach you in detail. Okay, about this maritime and everything.
Yes, ma'am. Sure.
Okay, for that I need your if you find this session helpful, then we can proceed with this further. Okay, I'm very happy to give you insights regarding this maritime and everything. As I'm currently working as a maritime lawyer, I'm very happy to help you out. Because many people used to ask doubt in my through my LinkedIn and everything. You can contact me through my LinkedIn. Okay, Lena Joshi. Okay, I will show my LinkedIn. This is my LinkedIn. Okay, so this is my LinkedIn. So you guys can contact me through LinkedIn. I'm I will give you reply and everything. Okay. So yes. So that is the thing. You don't need to worry about anything. Okay. This is actually like, very interesting area, I must say. Okay, little by little, you will get the rhythm of maritime law. Initially, you will feel like, this is something very, different area. This is not actually like that. If you focus on yourself, if you focus on this maritime research and everything, then you will get placed and you can see the future. Because, some lawyers used to tell like that, thousand, if one lawyer is having 1,000 plus bail matters, one maritime lawyer is earning the money equal to 1,000 bail matters. Like the remuneration wise, the maritime case, one maritime case file will serve you more. Okay. If it is cargo claim or something, and just give you some random thing, like initially the case will be like four crore or 5 crore. Then the maritime lawyer will get the 10 percentage of this claim. Okay, so monetary wise, the maritime is very good. So, so I must say that you have to become a maritime lawyer, you have to show your interest first. And also you have to focus on this civil and criminal also. Because these are the thing. Like if you go to DC to file the commercial suit, everything will be same as the normal civil suit. Okay, you will be going through this CPC and everything, Indian Contract Act, everything is there. Okay, only the specific law included involved in this case is maritime law, that only. But rest of the laws you need it. So it is not like I'm a maritime lawyer, I will not look these things and everything. Like it is not like that. You have to be, you have to be a good civil lawyer, and you have to be a good criminal lawyer. Along with that, you have to focus on maritime. Okay, if you solely focus on maritime only, then your growth will be less. You're not going to, gain anything. Okay, in my firm, we are actually taking, cases of other matters also, civil matter, criminal matters, and everything. Maritime is our one side. Okay, so if you are focusing on this litigation, okay, then you have to focus on other law also, and maritime is a side. That is the reality. Okay, in every firms they are taking other matters. It is not like if one maritime firm is only dealing maritime. Nothing. We are dealing every matters. So first, if you didn't get any opportunity immediately in maritime, then you just start your, practice in any civil or criminal law firms, criminal litigation place, and study those things first, and side by side focus on maritime law also. And after, I must say, if you have 2 years of experience in civil or criminal law, then you are very passionate about maritime law, you apply in any firms. Then the interviewer will be like, employer will be like, okay, you have sufficient experience. Then your CV is speaking about your interest in maritime law, then you will get hired. Okay. So there is nothing like, if you didn't get this immediate result, there is no need to disappointed about that. Okay, I will not become a maritime lawyer. You will get into this place gradually. First of all, you have to trust yourself. You have to trust your interest first. Then you start doing this thing.
Ma'am,
Okay. Yeah.
ma'am, can you take another question? The time is out. I think.
Ah,
Can
okay,
I?
okay.
Ma'am, yeah, so ma'am, I was saying I am in the fourth year right now. Ma'am, how many internships do you think a student of BLB should be doing in that period of 5 year course?
At least one or two. That only.
Okay, so there are many like 1 month internships, and there's also like continuous, like many people do for 2 years, 3 years, like continuous at a single firm. So, what do you think is better, like doing one internship for 1 month, or like for a defined period of time, say 1 year or 2 years, something like that?
1 year, 2 year will be the experience. No, like it will be only possible after your graduation. Okay. So 1 month internship during your LLB thing is fair enough. That is sufficient. Try to
Yes, ma'am.
do
So
at
that
least 30 days of internship in any particular law firm, like maritime sector. At least 30 days is needed to get into know about that particular office and the cases and everything.
thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. So yes, the time is 9 now.
So if
Yeah.
anyone don't have any question, let's conclude the session.
So the certificate link is not working.
Thank you all for being part of this engaging session. And a special thanks to Advocate Lena Joshi for sharing her deep knowledge and practical insights into the complex world of maritime law. It was a truly eye-opening discussion. We hope this discussion helped you all gain a better understanding of maritime trade, legal framework, and dispute resolution at sea. So stay connected for more such sessions. Until then, take care and keep exploring new legal horizons. Thank you.